Good morning, this is Linda, and it is Friday, and I have finally made it back to the recording table where I can share some of the journals that I have finished over a long period of time. They've been sitting on this desk over here for me to share with you, and today I'm going to do 3 journals, and it's a collection of 3. And basically they're on the same format, the Nick the Booksmith's format, with the 2.5-inch spine, and it's 6 by 9, really a hardboard cover, where I have, as you can see on this one, done the ridges and everything underneath, and then put the canvas fabric over it and painted it and then aged it. So I have 3 coming up at same sizes, same principles, and I'll probably release 1 and 2 today, maybe, I don't know, not sure, or at least 1 every day for the next 3 days, just to get them into the Etsy shop and to be able to share them with you. So like I said, this is going to be Special Collections number 1, and this is Collect Beautiful Moments by Tim Holtz. And then I have decoupage this little this is Mirage, Far Mirage paper underneath here. I know I said that wrong, it's just I just went blank, but like I said, this is a real hard cover, and I got the ridges in the spine, and see how it's all aged and everything. And this is a gorgeous green, and I mean it's green. The one in my collection number 2 is a sage green, which is a gray and a green color, but this one is really a beautiful green. And then the tie is this is a tree, like a winter tree coming through the fabric here, and the tie is some black sari silk. So let's take a look inside. And like I said, she is a 6 by 9. She has 188 pages, 4 signatures, and she's got a little this is going to be my ephemera folder, and I'll put that at the side right now. And then we have this beautiful cover with another tree on it, and this is Tim Holtz fabric. And as you can see here, she has the 4 signatures, and then she has the fabric protecting the spine there. Yeah, there you go. And like I said, she's been on my recording desk for a long time, so she's a little stiff. I'm going to need to work her out a little bit. She hadn't been opened in so long. And then we have all kinds of papers inside. It looks like that most of it is from my stash paper pads that you purchase from Amazon or Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby. And this is a little envelope that you can stuff things in. I think this went in there. And this is a little journaling pad. Like I said, stamping there. A nice cardstock. A classy, grungy look to it. The papers feel so nice and smooth, and some of the tea stain paper. All my journals have so much writing space that I really want you to be able to write. This is some of the embossing that I did. And a little pocket here, a little handmade pocket that's been decoupaged, and then this little decoupage tag. This is a new at the time that I did this journal, corner stamp. Love this. I don't know whose paper that is, but I do love it. See, it's just so grungy around the edges, but it's a very delicate grunge. A lot of the tops have been rounded. Another big pocket. And like I said, on these big pockets, when you see me do that, that's a 12 by 12 sheet of a paper pad that I have just folded up to make these great big pockets. And you can get so much in here. But remember, the more that you put in here, the more that it's going to fill up on you. And then here you can see Tim Holtz fabric coming through between the signatures. Another big pocket. And I like to add a lot of these little folders in there that you can write on, like a little mini journal. This looks like the, you know, I really hate it when I start off with the video at the very beginning of a day because my mind's just not working yet. But I use these book pages of theirs a lot, and then I put some lines on different items on the back side. This is some of my watercolor paper that I sprayed with some Lindsay spray. Another big envelope to put your stuff in. And this is really a heavy 110-pound cardstock. I like to use those for the envelopes. They're so heavy that you can actually use it as a journal cover, almost. Not as heavy as doing these hardboards, but I mean it's a very substantial piece of cardstock. I did not write down whose paper this was. You can see the difference in the tones of, pardon me, staining from my tea stains and my coffee stains. I've really gotten into the tea staining. It's to me, a more gentle color. It's a more calming color. Where a coffee, to me, my coffee stain paper was a really out there in your face color. These are very smooth and lighter, much lighter. And then it makes the paper feel different than the coffee staining did. But I use them both. It's nice to have a, you know, a variety of touches whenever you're going through your journal. I really like to do that, where not every page feels the same. Another little envelope with a little card. Now I left these where you can write on them front and back, or you can decoupage on them. You know, I like to leave you a lot of space for your own personality to be brought into the journals. I feel like I give you a good base for you to do your own artistic work if you want to. This is so slick on my cover here. I don't have my hold down on this slick plastic. And again, my green butcher paper. Do believe that's my porch prints, book pages. And dictionary pages. Another big envelope with a little pocket here. Beautiful little flower. Pockets on the back again with the tag and some decoupaging on it. Line pages throughout. Now in mine, whenever I have line pages, I like to look at them, but I'll be darned, I never can stay within the line. So in my journals, you're going to see that I write like this, I write like that, I just go every which way, because I might be writing this way one day, and later that day or the next day I come in and start writing. Mine are just all jumbled up. But I think it'd be so neat to have one, that if you're one of those real neat people, that you can, you know, that write and stay in the lines. But I was always one of the people that could not stay within the lines. I can't go to bed at the same time at night. I can't get up at the same time in the morning. It's just, I go to my own drumbeat, I think, with everything. Another big pocket. We got a little cactus going on here, I think. Yeah, nice little card. Looks like it's been stamped and hand painted with the pads, like a vintage photo. Another envelope and a coffee stained index card, and then another little folder. Seems like more than 188 pages, doesn't it? It's a quite substantial feel. Little map. Another big envelope with that little tag and some sari silk with some decoupaging, collaging, decoupaging, whichever word that you like the best. As you see, a lot of space. I love these pages that it's all been throughout here. This is the main supply of the pages are like this. It's deep down inside, and then it's looked like that they've decoupaged over it. I mean, did gesso over it and then smoothed it all out. So it's really in the background. I mean, it's pushed way back in the background. So you could literally write all over these pages. Now, I do have several clients that they don't journal, but they love to buy the journals because the pages are so interesting and they can flip through them, and they just enjoy looking at them like they would say a magazine. And here's another one of these big stamps, and then colored the the 5x7 card with that vintage photo. And here is the back with this beautiful sunflower there, with the same as the other cards that I did. And then you can see the Tim Holtz fabric there. And then there is the back. And let's take a look at the, let me tie this, put all this back together in a minute, of the ephemera folder, which it looks like all Tim Holtz paper, and it's got all of this sari silk here, this golden sari silk wrapped around it, machine sewed with a zigzag, and put a little binder, heavy twill binder right here, and sewed that down. Here, let me open that up. I think you can see it better. There you go. And then on the front is all decoupaged, collaged, that I did with pieces, Tim Holtz, and whatever was around my work desk at that particular time. And then I've edged it all the way around with vintage photo. And then on the back I have this real heavy cardstock, 110-pound cardstock little envelope that looks like a little flat box. And I've stamped it, decoupaged it. You have a little mushroom there, put a little pattern. Underneath it is decoupaged with some of the paper from this side, and you can see. And then inside you have this little journal with pieces of scrap paper, all kinds. This is handmade paper here, that you can either put in your purse or just enjoy flipping through. And then I sewed it in right here by the machine. I left all threads everywhere. You can always cut them off if you don't like them. And then another one of these pockets that you can put in anywhere. And I do believe, yep. See, you have a pocket here, and then this behind here is also a pocket that you can put something in. And then if you flip it over, this is your ephemera folder. So you have 6 pockets here that's been edged and stamped. And then you have these, these down here have been collaged a little bit, and you have a little tiny tuck spot here. And you have one. These are just all glued down. Nope, this one you can use. So a tuck spot, I think I just put one that I can show you. Yeah, this one is glued down. Yep. Don't know why I was not consistent. So you'll have to play with it and just see that one. This is the only one that was glued down. Everything else has a little tuck spot for a little small item. And then you have your little journaling cards. These are made that you can put something large in. Both of these, the top two, you can see it. This goes right through, so you can put something much larger in there than what I have in here for you. I just wanted you to get an idea of how you can use this. And then you can keep this separate, or you can keep it inside collection, Special Collections number 1. I did not give her a name other than that. You can name her whenever you get her. And she's got plenty of room to be stuffed some more. With 188 pages in, I think it's a 2.5 inch. I don't have the ruler on this table. A 2.5 inch spine. She's very sturdy. Nothing is in here is going anywhere. And like I said, she needs to be exercised a little bit. I'm going to put all her information right there and put her back. So she has a nice feel to her, and I think I left like plenty of room for you to make her grow. You can add whatever you'd like to her, and the more that you handle this heavy canvas fabric that I have on her, the more, you know, oil from your hands will get on there, and it will age beautifully. So I do thank you for watching, and that is Collect Beautiful Moments, and it's the Special Collections #1.